listen to music?
I think I listen to music mostly when I'm driving. I think it puts me in such a good mood when I'm like out there on a drive and I play my favorite music. I'm usually into Afro music a lot, hip hop and Afro and R&B. So I prefer listening to music when I'm driving or sometimes when I'm working out, I'm at the gym, something like that.
Is music an important subject in schools in your country?
In schools in my country, it is because, I'm from India. So in India, music and dance and expressing our emotions is usually through music and dancing. So in every school, they teach classical music or they have a subject where there is something about music usually. So I think it is important.
Do you ever go to live concerts?
Oh, I've been to 3 concerts and 3 of them are my favorite artists. And it was actually on my wish list and I made it happen. And it was one of the best experiences. And in live concerts, it's a lot different than you would imagine. Just have to keep your energy straight and it's like you can't believe it's happening.
Now let's talk about magazines and newspapers. Do you prefer to read magazines or newspapers?
Definitely magazines, mostly on the topics of fashion or interior design. This is what I really like because I like to see creative sides from all over the world. I like to see what people are talking about, what's new, what's trending. And I like to learn, I like to have knowledge of things of what is this called? What is that called? Because usually when you see pictures, you don't usually know what it's called. So when you read a magazine or where you get the knowledge, that's where you get to know, oh, this fabric is called this or this decoration is called that. So I think it's very good on information.
Do you think you can learn as much from a magazine as a book?
Definitely not, because magazine is like a shorter version of what's in a book. So I definitely prefer books over magazines.
Do you think that you will continue to read paper-based magazines in the future?
I think I'm very old-fashioned like that. I need to have a physical book in my hand, and that's how I think it produces serotonin in my brain. Otherwise, no. Digital, it's very different. I like physically reading a magazine or a book.
Now let's talk about outdoor activities. Do you like being outdoors?
I love being outdoors. I usually spend my time planning an activity or just being out with my friends. Even if I'm not doing anything, I must stay outdoors. I'm not a very home-based person. I can't stay home much. I have to keep moving all the time.
Which outdoor sports do you enjoy doing?
I like going out with my friends and playing football or some kind of activity like swimming, going to the beach. This is something I really, really enjoy.
Which outdoor activities are most popular in your country?
Definitely, it's like the game of India. Everybody loves cricket. When you go out of your house, you're always going to see some kids playing or also badminton, actually. People enjoy that a lot as well. I'd like to describe my favorite actor and actress. So my favorite actor will be Benedict Cumberbatch and my favorite actress is Angelina Jolie. And I like their movies so much. They usually star in action films or mystery films, and that's very similar to where I am. In my personal life, I love mysterious stuff. I'm always into detective theories or mystery books and stuff like that. So I always watch movies as such, and their acting is on point. It's always number one. And I like Angelina Jolie also for her humanitarian work that she does throughout her life. She's been very present with charity work and making sure that a lot of kids are fed in countries which are unfortunate. And I really like that about her. And I also like how fierce she is. And when she presents herself, it's very divine feminine. So I really, really like that. And I feel like she has that sort of energy where a woman can feel powerful about herself just by looking at her and kind of understanding where she comes from. She doesn't really come from a very mentally stable place. But now, at this point in her life, she's a very strong woman, and she's done it all herself. And Benedict Cumberbatch, I actually watched his TV show, which was called Sherlock, and I am a crazy Sherlock fan. I love mystery, like I said, and detective stories and everything. And him playing that really showed me what kind of an incredible actor he is, because I felt like I'm watching Sherlock Holmes from the books and not an actor on screen. And he's also done a movie that I really love. It's called Doctor Strange. That's my favorite superhero from the Avengers. And he has just done an amazing job in that movie.
So we've been talking about a famous actress and actor that you enjoy. And we're going to continue to talk about movies and theatre. What are the most popular types of movies in your country?
It would be action and drama, definitely something that has to do with emotional connection. It's usually fictional, that I would say, and also comedy. Yeah, there's a lot of comedy that goes on in the films that are coming out now and from India.
Do you think that going to the cinema will be as popular in the future?
I think 50-50. I'm not sure about that, but it looks like people enjoy watching movies at home, and it's not as much exciting as it used to be back then. And I think probably, yes, it would be more digitally available at home, and probably, yeah.
Now let's talk about the theatre. How strong a tradition is it today in your country to go to the theatre?
Mostly, I think in out of city areas. Actually, it's mostly now as an activity that families go to with their kids, just to show a play to their kids and to introduce them to this form of culture and activity. I think it's more of that now. Theater is not as much popularized back in India as much as cinema and film and movies are. So I think that is kind of on the back seat. It's not so much as it used to be.
Do you think that theatre should be run as a business or as a public service?
Ooh, I think both. I think it goes hand in hand, so that people can be employed as well at the same time, and it is of a public service at the same time. I think that people do enjoy it, but at the same time, it could be used as an excuse and used as like an opportunity. What I mean to employ people, and because there's a lot of people who would love to do acting, but they can't really make it in the movies. So maybe they could use theater as their hobby. So I think, yeah, both can go hand in hand.
In some countries, governments pay theatres to put on shows for the public. Do you think this is a good use of public money?
It depends on whether or not if it's free to the public. Because if you're charging for them to see that play, then it doesn't make any sense, is what I think. And I think that it shouldn't be this way in the first place. I think it should be available freely to the people. Yeah.